Los Angeles, 1984, a city of vibrant dreams and constant motion suddenly overshadowed by an unsettling mystery. A faceless intruder was causing chaos, entering homes under the cover of darkness. This is the story of Richard Ramirez, infamously known as the Night Stalker. The series of incidents began in June 1984, with an intrusion into the home of Jenny Vincow, a 79-year-old widow. The event sent shockwaves through the community. Over the next year, a troubling pattern emerged: homes broken into, lives disrupted, and confusion surrounding the motives of these acts. What made the Night Stalker particularly alarming was the lack of any clear pattern. The affected individuals were from various backgrounds and ages, and the unpredictability of the actions made them even more terrifying. To understand the man behind these actions, we must look at his past. Richard Ramirez was born in 1960 in El Paso, Texas. Growing up, he faced challenging family dynamics and unsettling influences. One relative, a Vietnam War veteran, shared troubling stories and images from his experiences abroad. This early exposure left a lasting impression on Ramirez and contributed to the formation of his worldview. As a young adult, Ramirez drifted through life, dabbling in petty crimes and developing a fascination with the darker side of human nature. These influences combined, setting him on a path that would later shock an entire city. By 1985, the number of incidents had grown. Ramirez moved effortlessly between neighborhoods, targeting homes seemingly at random. His method of entry was as quiet as it was calculated, leaving residents in a state of constant anxiety. The unpredictability of the Night Stalker's actions created a wave of fear. People began reinforcing their homes, installing locks and security systems. In neighborhoods where windows had always been left open, families now lived behind barriers of caution. Los Angeles was a city on edge. The events dominated headlines, with media coverage adding to the growing sense of unease. Families came together to organize watch groups, neighbors checked on one another, and entire communities held meetings to discuss how to stay safe. Law enforcement worked tirelessly, but the lack of a consistent pattern or motive made the case one of the most challenging in California's history. A breakthrough finally came in the summer of 1985. A vehicle connected to Ramirez was discovered abandoned. Inside, police found a single fingerprint. Using forensic methods of the time, they matched it to Richard Ramirez, who had a history of prior offenses. For the first time, the public had a face to associate with the Night Stalker. With his identity revealed, the manhunt intensified. Authorities knew they were in a race against time to bring him into custody. In August 1985, Ramirez's spree came to an end. He was recognized by an alert citizen in East Los Angeles. As word spread, a group of community members confronted him. In a dramatic moment of unity, they detained him until law enforcement arrived. The nightmare was finally over. The Night Stalker's capture marked the end of one of the most intense periods of fear in California's history. Ramirez's trial began in 1988, drawing widespread attention from the media. His demeanor in court was unsettling, with behavior that baffled observers. Despite the overwhelming evidence, Ramirez seemed to relish the spotlight, often displaying an unsettling lack of remorse. In 1989, Ramirez was convicted on all counts and received the maximum sentence allowed by law. His response to the verdict was indifferent, further cementing his chilling reputation. Richard Ramirez spent the rest of his life in prison, where he passed away in 2013. The case of the Night Stalker left a lasting mark on California in the field of criminal justice. It highlighted the importance of community vigilance, forensic advancements, and the resilience of those impacted. Though the events were a dark chapter, they also revealed the strength and determination of people to protect one another. The story of the Night Stalker serves as a reminder that even in the face of fear, unity can prevail. Thank you for joining us as we uncovered the story of Richard Ramirez. If you want more true crime stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Stay safe.